Hello. Okay, I didn't realize, although I had a feeling that I might have actually missed a day, and I missed yesterday, which is day 14. So I'm going to do two videos and post them up on the playlist. Day 14, which I've logged in already, as you can see, and then day 15, but I'll do them as two separate videos. Okay, so day 14, after logging in, there was no messages in the inbox and notifications. And it's basically to do with alcohol. Now, this is another lesson that is similar to the one that was in the Healthy Habits Challenge. I've watched the 2 minute video that was from Louise Schofield. She's actually married to Professor Grant Schofield, who you would have seen in a few previous videos. And they are the founders of Precure. So this is that health coaching organization, head office in Auckland. All right, so she has a nice sort of anecdote about how she was very much a wine drinker when she was through her years, and how she was able to sort of like help ease off and just sort of change her sort of particular habit on that one. Um, so there's a whole thing about rethinking drinking, because obviously that's another part of our health that we need to be mindful of and be careful of, and just to sort of see how we could actually sort of overcome that, especially if you feel, and you know if you are actually drinking to in excess of this, and whether it is actually like an addiction for you. For me personally, I don't really drink. I don't really drink. But there was a time, and I mean, I'm going like 18 years ago, when I was actually, I think for like a couple of months, maybe 3 months, that I was actually, regularly going out and actually drinking. But it was such a short phase, that I just felt like really like socializing. And so when you socialize, you tend to sort of drink, and you're hanging out with people and things. So, and then I just didn't after that. I mean, I then had my second child, and I really didn't feel the inclination of actually drinking again. Occasionally, very occasionally, I would actually have a drink, but no, not to the point where I was regularly drinking. And so that's where I knew I wasn't drink for me wasn't really a factor in it. It was very similar to like with smoking. But smoking, I actually did it a little bit longer, probably about 5 years. And then that just stopped also. That basically stopped after like the second child too. And they just completely like ended. I think that last stint of that 3 months of the alcohol and then having the cigarettes and on that, it just ended up being that combination, and everything else is like, I just had, I just reached that point. So yeah, so 18 years down the track, and really there's nothing that, I mean, I don't have any inclination to actually have a cigarette or even have a drink. I can drink if I wish to have a drink like this, but I just really don't really feel like it. What I do, and is obviously have this other addiction where I've focused in on alternate baking, and sort of substituting, the processed sugar with alternate forms of sugar, in terms of like the lower carb thing, which is okay, but not okay when it's like continuous. So that's the thing I'm working through. All right, so this whole thing on day 14 was basically to do with alcohol. There's a interesting intake here from a coach about her own story of breaking free. And then there's a little recipe of a mojito. I think it's a non-alcoholic one. Sparkling water, limes, mint leaves, ice, nativa. Oh, if you want an equivalent sweetener to taste. Yeah, if you want that. So I just did a copy and pasted it and put it into the folder for day 14. And then that's basically it. So I'm going to do this quiz. Hopefully it goes to the quiz. Have I eaten a maximum of 3 meals? Now, this was actually yesterday. What did I say? Yes. Have I eaten only foods off my green list today? Yes. Have I completed my 10-minute lesson just now? Click here to continue. Okay, week 2, reflection. So, congratulations on making it to the end of week 2. 7 days. What are you most proud of? Before we crack on to the final 7 days, let's reflect on your learnings. Please take some time to write a few notes about the following questions. So you can basically do it on here. What are you most proud of this week? What are you most challenged by this week? And what are you focused on next week? So this is something that you can just work on yourself, which I'll actually do off camera. All right, so that's actually, I'll finish this exercise before I record for day 15, which is technically today, which is the first day of the final 3rd week. All right, so I will catch you again. All right, see you.